Good evening, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. Azam Baki has stressed that investigations on Mahathir are still ongoing. He also confirmed that there are no plans to arrest Mahathir yet. MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki said there are no plans to arrest former Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad for now. Speaking to reporters after attending the launch of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy Program in Putrajaya today, he said the investigation against Mahathir is still ongoing.
Itu tak ada lagi, kita tak ada lagi berhasrat untuk menahan beliau. Siasatan masih terus dijalankan.
On April 25th, Azam said the investigation against the former Langkawi MP was linked to MACC's request for Mahathir's sons, Mokhzani and Mirzan, to disclose their assets. However, he said he did not wish to reveal more details on their alleged offences or the specific accusations against Mahathir. Azam had added to let the investigation take its course first until a time where we saw it fit to give more information. Teresa Kok has commented on the boycott calls against local restaurant Dara Fried Chicken, which had been accused of racism. She pointed out that the restaurant had apologized. DAP Vice Chairperson Teresa Kok has called for cooler heads to prevail over the latest incident in a string of issues related to race and religion in the nation. She was commenting on local restaurant Dara Fried Chicken being accused of racism. The Sepute MP cautioned that an eye for an eye retaliation would make Malaysia blind. Teresa said there is no doubt that the Type C remark was unwarranted. She added that it is most regrettable and disappointing that even fried chicken is peppered with racial elements. However, she said the restaurant has apologized and made it clear that it welcomes people of all races and faiths, so we should move on. Teresa, who noticed there were some calling for a boycott of Dara Fried Chicken, said such an action could ruin the business and affect livelihoods. She said we should not adopt a similar mindset as those who fanned the flames on the KK Mart issue, and we should not ruin Malaysian businesses. Dara Fried Chicken, which opened its first outlet on April 29th, courted backlash over its response to social media users who questioned its prices. The outlet responded that customers should not be duped by the negative sentiments played up by Type C, which netizens believed referred to Chinese Malaysians. In a statement later, the company apologized and called it an unintentional mistake, stating that its Facebook page administrator's focus could have been affected by the deluge of comments. The police have revealed that another suspect in the acid attack against Faisal Halim has been arrested.
The police have arrested another suspect in the acid attack against national football player Faisal Halim. Selangor Police Chief Hussein Omar Khan said a man in his late 30s was arrested in Bandar Baru Bangi late yesterday evening. In a statement, he said the suspect is a Malaysian and will be remanded this morning. Yesterday, Malaysia Kini reported that the first suspect arrested was in his 20s. On Sunday, the Selangor FC winger was rushed to a private hospital where he received treatment for injuries sustained from the acid attack at a shopping mall in Damansara. Faisal reportedly suffered fourth-degree burns after undergoing the first operation. The matter was confirmed by Selangor Football Association Deputy President Sharil Mokhtar last night, who also said that Faisal's movement and speech are currently slightly affected due to the incident. He added that Faisal will undergo at least 2 more surgeries.
There are 4 days left before voters head to the polls in Kuala Kubu Baharu, and according to Fahmi, PN's morale and spirit seems to have collapsed.
Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil said Pakatan Nasional seemed to have almost surrendered in the Kuala Kubu Baru polls. In a post on TikTok, Fahmi claimed that the opposition coalition's morale has seemingly collapsed. He said he had read a media report about the past Secretary General Taqiyuddin Hassan's statement on if Pakatan Harapan wins. He said that sentence shows that PN's morale and spirit have collapsed, and it is as if they are almost ready to surrender. Fahmi was commenting on a Malaysia Gazette report citing Taqiyuddin as saying that PN will file a petition against Harapan if the latter wins in the Kuala Kubu Baru polls. According to reports, he had cited the election petitions filed in Terengganu and Kelantan following the 15th general election and said that the election court had ruled that the distribution of aid by the government in electoral areas to voters counts as bribery. He said this was why the decision on the Kuala Terengganu and Kemaman parliamentary seats were annulled. Taqiyuddin also claimed to have evidence of government misconduct.
Still on the topic of the by-election, the EC said that to date they have not received any reports of bribery, abuse of government assets or machinery during the by-election campaign. Election Commission Chairperson Abdul Ghani Saleh said the EC has not received any complaints or reports from any party regarding bribery to voters or misuse of government assets and machinery during the Kuala Kubu Baharu by-election campaign. This came after past Secretary General Taqiyuddin Hassan reportedly claimed that the government misused assets to campaign in the KKB by-election. Taqiyuddin was quoted as saying that Perikatan Nasional will file a petition in the election court if Pakatan Harapan wins the by-election. Meanwhile, Abdul Ghani said to date it received one report concerning the display of the image of Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Ibrahim Sultan Iskandar during the campaign. Yesterday, a man was sentenced to 1 month in jail and fined 3,000 ringgit by the Kuala Kubu Baharu Magistrates Court for displaying Sultan Ibrahim's photo during the campaign. Bernama reported him as saying that the case had been resolved. He added that he hoped all quarters will continue this positive momentum and conduct the remaining days of the campaign with civility and mutual respect. The Defense Ministry has announced that the government does not interfere in business dealings of global firms. This came following comments over the involvement of two companies at an exhibition.
Defence Minister Khalid Nordin said Malaysia adopts a non-interference approach in the business affairs of any global company from any country. This came after Bersatu International Bureau Chief Saifuddin Abdullah expressed concern over Lockheed Martin and BAE Systems' inclusion in the National Security Asia 2024 exhibition. Saifuddin had said that the government should prohibit the involvement of companies supplying weapons to the Israeli military. In a statement, Khalid said the relationship of several global defense companies with specific countries are business matters that Malaysia will not interfere with. He added that the organization of this exhibition is very clear, which is providing space and opportunities for all parties to showcase their expertise and the latest defense technology. Khalid also mentioned that the event allows governments from various countries and global industry players to explore various cutting-edge technologies and innovations to enhance their respective defense readiness. He said the exhibitions are organized by the private sector, with all costs and expenses fully borne by the organizers, and the Malaysian government does not incur any expenses in its organization. He also stressed that no defense acquisition will be made without considering Malaysia's global position, especially in the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, and Malaysia's national interest. Yesterday, Saifuddin had urged the government to ban the company's participation in and platinum sponsorship of the event, saying that Lockheed Martin manufactures the F-35 fighter jet, while BAE supplies equipment used by Israelis in attacks on Palestinians.
That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you would like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.